everyone, my name is Greyshot151, and this is Greyshot117.
And we're fighting over Yellowstone still, because it's so freaking stupid.
I'm right.
But even more stupid.
Leave in the comments if you believe Yellowstone could actually end the world if it detonated. Like,
oh my god. I freaking hate you so much.
It's true. I'm not insane.
It's so stupid. It
Global
truly
temperatures
is.
would decrease, it would be world ending. But you know what else is world ending? Godzilla Monster Planet Part 2. In which case we had the Battle of Mechagodzilla City, or City on the Edge of Battle, whatever. In essence,
it was released on Netflix. This is technically a trilogy of anime movies that will be for Godzilla. This is the second one, which teased Mechagodzilla fighting Godzilla along with other monsters.
I mean, they were about 10% right if you count the head.
Oh my god. Yeah, this movie sucks. I had problems with the first movie. You said, "Hold on, wait for the second one. Let's see if it improves."
I said it could improve.
Yes.
I said it could.
And you know what?
You
know what? It's like Minya. It's goddamn Minya just being like, you know what? Minya could get better. They could do this.
Minya is the Scrappy-Doo of the Godzilla franchise. And this is what it feels like. This is the thing that that we're getting that no one wants.
It conks itself out.
It's annoying. It's tiny. You can see how small and pathetic it is compared to the rest of the franchise. And it's just like, just die. Just no.
So why is this movie bad? First off,
Godzilla's barely in it.
Godzilla, if you hated Shin Godzilla in 2014 because you thought Godzilla was not in those movies enough, by God, in the first hour of this movie, Godzilla's in less than 30 seconds of this film. Less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's mainly dialogue.
They reference him, but they do not show him, and that's the problem. Also, Godzilla has a huge problem, and the huge problem is he's stiff. The animation in this movie is bad. Yes, it can look good, but it is stiff as hell.
Godzilla barely moves. And again, the thing I hate the most about this is how
if you think you like Godzilla like this, going and like walking around and roaring and then firing beams, that's all you're gonna get. And he literally walks in a line, gets bombed, walks in another line, gets bombed, then walks in a different line. It's bad. It's really, really bad.
Also, Godzilla's counterattacks, which I will admit,
Godzilla looked like more of Mechagodzilla because he was animatronic.
Yeah, there is no color to him. There's no life to him. There's no character to him. Say what you will about Godzilla being kooky or whatnot. Yeah. At least in the movies, he had some character. He had some. The actors gave him some character when he fought the monsters, or when he was just alone, or fighting the military. He did some unique things, like jumping up and down on another planet. But this movie, he has no emotion. He has nothing. Also, Godzilla is supposed to fire a beam out of his mouth. It's not supposed to project from his freaking nose like Rudolph. This movie just screams of laziness. Like, they had no budget. And they're like, get 3 of these movies out.
This movie is actually similar to The Last Jedi in my mind, where it's like, we want to be original. We want to do something that no one would expect. Yeah, no one expected this. No one expected this.
I mean, we kind of expected it to be bad.
But that being said, some of the anime tropes are in here, like the main lead who wants to kill Godzilla, but then when given the chance to kill Godzilla, decides not to do it because he has to save his people. Really?
Can we also make note that every other person is just bland? There's no actual stand-up character.
What?
I could not tell
you.
The
Gulagu, was it?
You mean the
there are 3 alien races?
Black hole aliens, Exilians, basically. They just call themselves differently, but they're basically that.
Yeah. It's
like the Exilian, the black hole aliens, and then whatever the third, and then the descendant Mothra people on the planet.
There's like the people that are protected by Mothra and like live underground, and
Mothra's not shown because budget.
The egg, but you never see the egg. Also, the other thing was the fact that they hit Mothra and never show it. Then you're like, okay, maybe they'll show Godzilla. And then also those bat-like things they show in the first one, even less of a threat. They don't even kill anyone. They just get like, oh, they come in, shoot them, they leave. And then they also have oh god, they have
You want to talk about the biggest...
They have a plant-like thing that attacks a girl and starts doing tentacle stuff. I'm like, please, why? And by the way, she storms off because she's mad that the main heroine is flirting with another person, and this other person is one of the 2 Mothra chicks who are twins. One's like nicer, one's more angry. That's how you can tell them apart.
Because you really couldn't tell them apart any other way.
But my thing about this is there's no time that the main lead has any attraction to the girl. There's no attraction, but this other girl's like, I'm mad at you. And once again, we're at the point where they keep mentioning grandpa, so they're pretty much related.
This is how Maddie again. at last, honestly, the biggest thing for me was just the waste of Mechagodzilla. Like, you have such a cool idea in regards to making him, like, out of nano machines. Like, you could make him reform into different shapes. And with the CGI, you could make him do different
I'm looking
things.
at the poster right now. The poster shows, like, this menacing Mechagodzilla fighting Godzilla. Nope, that's not it. You don't see... Mechagodzilla doesn't fight. Godzilla does a fucking trench run. That's what he does to kill Godzilla's core. But the trench run's actually...
super slow and methodical, and it's Godzilla just walking while getting hit with nanometal, and it's also they make a point of like the nanometal can possibly spread over the entire Earth. Can I make a note that how long has it been?
20,000 years.
It's been 20,000 years and it hasn't done.
It's expanded to the edge of the actual workplace that they were originally at in 20,000 years. So in 1 millennia, yes. Maybe it would cover
in 1 million years the Earth,
the state.
The one state is covered. But no, yeah, this movie is utterly bad. And there's nothing to defend it. Like the first one had a creative opening. It had some creative elements that
the opening grandfather sequence was interesting.
Yeah, like the opening.
The religious aspect was interesting, but once again, they're like, "Hey guys, we want to tease another monster, but because these people had to leave. Remember that."
Remember that destroyer?
I can't wait for them to fuck up another monster. This is gonna be great. But yeah, it's just...
I have $20 that says King Ghidorah is just gonna stand and shoot lightning. Like, he's just not even gonna move. Like,
that's the problem. This is the problem with the animation. They literally stand still, and when the humans move, they're like framey. And I'm like, please fix this. But they don't want to fix it. It looks bad. It does. Like, Ruby has better...
Now we understand why I went to Netflix.
God damn.
Netflix is the trash can, apparently.
Total Biscuit would have a heart attack if he was still alive from watching this, because he's like, I want my 60 FPS.
You got a solid 15 out of this movie. Like,
no, you get solid 6, if that. It's chugging. It looks fine, but it's like, even like the animation quality, I'm like...
Does it really look fine? Does it really just
some
look
of the
like...
explosions and stuff like that? But like that's what I mean. Like some of the still shots look good, but then you look at Godzilla or you look at the the flying bat like things, and they look or dragons. They look bad. They look like glossy and they don't look like skin.
The problem is, and this is exactly the same problem with early CGI, because I don't think Japan's caught on yet with their CGI. Their CGI is very much like 90s, and when they try to do like humanoid or anything like it doesn't work. Like if it's like a giant mech, like I will compare this to Recreators. They use the CGI primarily for a few brief shots of like the human character. Like they did do like certain characters in the CGI, but it was very brief. But most of the time it was the mechs, and it worked because they're not alive. They're machines. The problem with Godzilla in this movie, he looks more like a machine than the freaking Mechagodzilla, who, by the way, again we would like to stress, is nothing but basically a head.
And that head is slowly removed and turned to a giant city. Which, by the way, we're going to get into this now. What would you rate this film? Because I think we gave the first one a 5, correct?
We did. It was an average. There was a lot.
I wanted to get lower. But that being said, you said, you know what? No, it's a 5. I'm like, okay.
I gave it... Okay,
let's wait for the next one.
I gave it a 5 because it had some great places it could go. It was very much like, this could go in some great places. Maybe they can improve the animation. And they took all my hope and they shat on it and then threw it into a trash can. And that's what I'm going to give with this review. A 2.
Yeah, I would give this a 2. The only thing it has
2 out of
is
10.
some decent shots, and
I will admit the main lead is bearable.
Yes, barely.
And the ending, the fact that he didn't get his happy ending, again, he just keeps getting screwed.
He got his happy ending. He saved the person. Spoilers. We're going to spoilers right now. I can't take this anymore. Godzilla is pretty much dead. All right, they have Godzilla killed. But Godzilla is regenerating. He didn't kill himself like the first one. He actually saved some energy, so he's regenerating. But they have one shot. They have essentially these 3 Valkyrie things with these mechs, which they put all their money in. They'll make them look awesome because they want to see a mech film more. Not Mechagodzilla, just a mech film more than Godzilla. So they have these 3 mechs going around firing shots at Godzilla. And then, after all this, Godzilla's doing this regeneration thing after they do their super move to knock him out. And they're like, okay, Godzilla's giving off all this heat, which I'm like, cool. He looks like Godzilla from vs. Destroyer. But in any case, they're like, if we launch all 3 Valkyries into its back, we can kill Godzilla. And I'm like, cool. And then the other guy's like, well, we need to meld you. And I'm like, No, you don't. Right now, you could easily go up in the air, eject the people, use the Mechagodzilla
Because
metal that can do
basically
anything, and go straight down.
Because in the pilot seat is where the guy has like a
But he doesn't want to do that. And also
Someone
this
he
girl
cares about, yeah.
is like trying to fight the metal that's going. These Gaugus are like, yes, you should become machine to become perfect, to become perfectly logical. And whatever. My thing is about this is, A, you've been with these people for like, I don't know how long, 20 years, and you never knew like this craziness with them. B, it's not even that crazy. They're helping you out, and every single person that like melded with Machine volunteered. So once again, they're trying to help kill Godzilla. 3, and lastly, it's like, once again, if they're both human and machine with this liquid, literally have the liquid take control of the machine, of this pilot, which they already did. Eject the people that, hey, we don't want to volunteer, we just want to live. Is that okay? Cool.
Bye.
Shoot down, kill Godzilla, GG. But no, we have to have one more of this goddamn trilogy. And then he's like trying to be like, no, don't die, as Godzilla literally kills everything, and literally probably their last chance to kill it other than King Ghidorah. But anyway, which they hint at in this film. But no.
As the planet destroyer.
Yes, which also doesn't make sense. They haven't hinted at King Ghidorah showing up once. But then finally, just to clear this up, he's sitting on a sunset with the Valkyrie in the background. I guess barely functioning because all the metal thing died after Godzilla blew up the main like control base. Anyway, so literally she's like, no, she's dead, and then it cuts to black, and then you hear, and then it goes. I'm like, oh my god! And then there's an after credit scene.
But he didn't kill Godzilla.
And then after credit scene.
Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of happy he didn't. Again, the character's bearable. He's like, as Negan keeps going after Godzilla, as long as he doesn't get his opportunity. You know who is way better in this? Did you ever read Godzilla Half-Century War?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That guy, you can feel the hatred he has. You can feel the vengeance he wants. And this guy is just a pale comparison.
Can I say that I'm actually rooting for Godzilla to win?
I
want Godzilla to murder all the humans.
I'm rooting for Godzilla, too, when he finally shows up in these movies. So far, we've just gotten bear creature that has spines on his back.
Here's my thing about this, and it's so stupid. They keep mentioning, once again, the fact that the Earth remembers us. We have to retake this Earth. This Earth hates them. This Earth is like...
Does it really? It tried to kill you the moment you showed up.
Yeah.
Also, now it's also sent like the specters in this movie. It's abandoned Mothra. Mothra is not even there.
Mothra's like said, all right, I'm gone. Like, this world's not even good enough for me. I'm out. And if Mothra's out, the guardian of Earth, you're good luck. Have fun. You're not doing this. They have nothing. They literally have nothing. They have no main weapons. They have no new ways to kill Godzilla.
Oh, I guarantee.
Except for Ghidorah.
Let's be honest. The third movie, they're gonna find some way. That guy's gonna pull out an answer out of his ass.
You know what's probably gonna happen in the first couple minutes? Ghidorah's gonna show up, kill the mothership, and they're stuck on the planet. And then you're gonna have them learn King Ghidorah, them fighting each other, and then one final move, they sacrifice themselves to kill Godzilla, and then everyone's gonna be happy ending.
You know when we're into anime films, you know what I'm excited for? Dragon Ball Z. That new Broly trailer's looking good.
You know what comes out in a month and a half? My Hero Academia, which my friend went to Anime Expo for and saw, and he gave it 2 thumbs up. So that's coming out in September, and dubbed.
At this point,
Dragon Ball Super Broly comes out in January.
I'm so excited for that. Now you want to talk about some great animation. That looks
and
great.
This piece of shit sequel comes out in November.
And explore on Netflix. Again, I want to say this. Netflix. Whoever's in charge of buying your movies.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Oh my god.
Fire him. Just
they're literally picking up movies that are literally like
absolute trash.
Bargain bin, like bad. Like you have this like okay, Cloverfield Paradox was decent. It's not as good as any other Cloverfield movie.
I'm honestly considering canceling my Netflix subscription at this point because like even Luke Cage, I'm just like I do kind of want to watch that. But that being said, it's just like Netflix shows are great. Like they have a lot of good shows. The problem is their movies suck. I watched the Open House. It's terrible. It's one of the worst horror films I've seen in years. And then like other films, and I'm like, oh my god. In any case, we're going on a rant. Godzilla 2.
It's that bad. It's easily
2 stars. Just go watch, if you really want something Godzilla related, just go watch Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer like 20 times. Yeah. And that'll equal the same runtime approximately.
The trailer's better than this entire movie combined. In any case, it's been Greyshot 17.
And 151.
And we'll see you next time for the review of...
That's a great question.
Coming up is The Meg, Christopher Robin,
Yes.
and Teen Titans Go. We'll see you next time. Hello everyone, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Ollie, Joey, Ace, Danny, Aaron, Leo, and Tim. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support. Another shout out to the Patreon supporters you can see down below. But in any case, thank you everyone. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you all next time.